Now, listen, you guys, it seems like new music is actually going to be coming from Ice Spice. And we're also going to be talking about Tony Buzbee and the Fraudulent Nation lawsuit. And we're also going to be discussing about SZA and advocate BBL. Meanwhile, Stefan Diggs is being accused by OnlyFans model of certain things. And we're also going to be discussing about advocate BBL saying that Offset, in fact, wants a chunk of money from her. And that is the reason why she is staying married to him, is to ensure that, well, she doesn't end up paying lots of money to the men. And we're going to be discussing about all of that in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about Tony Buzbee and Jay Z. You guys do know that those two do not see eye to eye since the entire Jane Doe situation. I mean, the case, the allegations that were put against Jay Z, and of him being with somebody underage allegedly. It seems like, well, he ended up beating the allegations on a technicality. Let's not forget that. He won the case on a technicality. And since then, himself and Tony Busby have been at it, with him trying to sue Busby and saying that, well, he's out there coaching people to lay allegations against him in hopes that the same thing that happened to the Didla would happen to him. Meanwhile, Tony Busby was also out there accusing him of actually also, fake investigating and, basically asking some of Tony Busby's clients to lay claims against the man. So, yeah, it seems like things are getting serious and intense. And lately, more than the music, more than the management, it seems like Fraudulent Nation has been making headlines because of the lawsuits. It appears that Tony Busby is really going forward with the lawsuit because he feels like Rock Nation is not only weaponizing the justice system against mere people, but even against fellow lawyers who dare to stand up against them. So, yeah, let's hope this is not going to end up being this massive situation as well, because the way that Tony Busby keeps on pressing, regardless of the claims that we're now being cooked up against him, yeah, it's going to be an interesting situation. And at this point, I mean, you hear them more with the lawsuits, with the court cases. And I'm just like, what's going on in that ship, really? What is going on? But one thing about it is what goes around really does come back around. You cannot be a dirty businessman and think that you're just going to get away with trembling upon people. It doesn't work that way. It was only a matter of time before they found themselves entangled in these lawsuits. But let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this. Do you think that Tony Busby might have a case? Or, and also, do you agree with him when he claims that Fraudulent Nation does not only try to silence, just mere people, but they're even extending to fellow lawyers? And personally, I kind of get where he's coming from, because it seems like whoever doesn't go with the narrative that they want pushed out there, they will find a way to punish you in one way or the other. It may not be direct intimidation, but when you look at it with the Milagro situation, a lot of the people that they are involving in this lawsuit are people that were not propelling or pushing the narrative that they wanted pushed when it pertains to Bongo 2 situation. You see the Aiden Ross, the academics, everybody who seemed to have a different perspective of what transpired between Tory and, of course, Bongo 2 they are coming for. So to me, I'm just like, this to me sounds like somebody who's trying to control the media, and not just the media, but even the justice system. But anyway, let us move on to the next thing that we're going to talk about. Let us talk about Paprika Spice. So she announced that she's going to be releasing a song this Friday, and it is called Betty Betty. And I will say that, while the photograph, actually, the cover of the song cover is not bad. It's actually a very nice photo. And personally, I do prefer her in her original signature Tapa wigs. I do feel like, it looks really nice on her. And yeah, a lot of people are speculating what the song is going to be about, or how the song is going to sound like, because you guys do know that people are saying advocate BBL was working her in her song. and said that she looks slow and all of these things. So people are speculating that this might be Paprika's way of responding. People have also realized that she has never been the one to shy away from clapping back. And, this in fact might be her responding to what advocate BBL had to say. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Personally, I don't think that she will have the basketballs to come against advocate BBL. Recently she was in an interview, and she was praising her. So I don't think that she's going to be praising someone she feels like opened doors, quote unquote, for her. But I might be wrong. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about, let us talk about SZA. One thing about SZA is she is a master at throwing rocks and hiding hands. I will say that her specialty, obviously, aside from lying, I mean, that's something that she does very well. She also knows how to perfectly throw rocks and hide her hands. Because, well, a couple of days ago, people were talking about some vocals on Advocate BBL's album, and they were saying that, listen, it does sound like it is SZA. And, people were pretty much convinced that, well, they were SZA vocals on that album. And then another narrative came out to say that it was actually AI. These were not the actual vocals and all of these things. But people could not help but notice the resemblance between the vocals, those alleged AI vocals, and SZA's vocals as well. To which the publicist of the Transformer decided to say that no, I mean, I'm talking about Ken Bab. He was like, no, it wasn't AI, it's actually Summer Walker vocals, high pitched and all of these things. And so before that was clarified, SZA then went on her platform on Instagram, and she started talking about how much she dislikes AI and all of these things. And the timing really made people think that she was referring to that entire part where people were saying it is AI. And so it appeared she was bashing advocate BBO and accusing her of using AI to imitate her voice. But in true Caesar style, after people started calling her out, did she not backtrack? Of course, she did. And there have been rumors that, well, she denied being on that album, despite her previously saying, oh, let me send in my vocals, child. So people were kind of shocked to not see her on the album. And then for her to be throwing sort of subliminals, people started putting two and two together to say that she's on some weird type of timing in as far as advocate BBL is concerned. And when people started dragging her, what did she do? She went back, she started talking about that AI artist that people are alleging got signed in a 360 deal and all of these things. And she started saying, oh, this is what I was talking about, but she was pretty vague with the initial post. And she said, oh, well, no, I wasn't talking about anyone else. I was talking about this AI artist. And I was like, Caesar, we haven't forgotten what you did when you were out there trying to be messy and trying to fight battles that belong to Punch. Came back and said, oh, I was talking to my fans on stage. That's the same thing that she did. But knowing advocate BBL, she will probably never address this because she wants to be liked. She wants to be the quote unquote unproblematic person. She will probably just look at it and let it slide because she cannot afford to fall out with other women, no matter how fake or weird they are to her, because she wants to keep up appearances. Her fighting with SZA right now would people would be like, okay, what's really going on? Why is SZA fighting with Nicki Minaj? Why is SZA fighting with Cardi B? So she doesn't want that. So of course she's going to play like, oh my God, we're so cool with SZA. Nothing happened. And in true SZA style, she also went back to her, Instagram and said, oh, congratulations to Cardi B. This is perfection, because people, including Advocate BBO's fans, were calling her out. But anyway, you guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about, Stefan Diggs. Something is certainly, I don't know, wrong with that man. Something is happening. And the fact that Advocate Bilby still looks at this man and says, oh my God, look at myself, look at me, I upgraded. Oh my God, I did better from Offset. When I look at Stefan, I see somebody who's even worse than Offset. Really. I mean, when she first got together with him, she was convincing her fans and herself that, oh, she was just having fun. And then if you having fun is now resulting in a belly, like surely. I mean, that was her thing. That was her line of defense. Oh my God, I'm just having fun. No one cares. I don't care about that guy. I also have a roster. But if you're now having babies with someone who's just a part of your roster, surely, I mean, I mean. But yeah, an OnlyFans model is coming through accusing Stefan Diggs of being with her, and she's out there saying that well he has got a big dingalingaling, and that's why the other one is dingalingaling matized. I mean that's why Advocate BBL is acting the way she's acting is because well his dingalingaling is very long. That's what this OnlyFans model is coming through with, and even receipts of payments made by Stefan. Yeah, she's coming through with all of that. And even, she's threatening, to even put out some noodles there of the man. And I'm just like, man, what did she get herself into? What is this? This is the level up that people are lying to each other that, oh my God, look at her. She leveled up. That's not a level up. If anything, that's even a downgrade, a waste downgrade. Literally. That's a downgrade, you guys. But anyway, it seems like she still thinks otherwise because she went on a Twitter space and she was talking about the reason why she's still married. According to her, she's staying married because Offset wants her to pay her tax debt and, to share some properties with him. And she feels like those are her properties and she deserves everything and he doesn't deserve to get anything. And I can see how that is going to go. And I feel like, in as much as I feel like she made more in this entire marriage, that's one conversation black men that normally even coddle her, that's something that they won't stand for. You will hear them coming through saying, oh my God, when it's men that are doing that, or it's wrong, but when women are coming in claiming half of the properties, you guys don't have an issue. But now, because it's a woman, I can see this causing quite a huge debate on the internet. But what do I think about the situation? I just feel like those two people were using each other and they knew it. When Advocate BBL was first coming up, it was a status thing for her to be with, the Migos. And she even admitted it herself that on her first album, Offset negotiated with artists for a lot of the features that she got. She said that she wouldn't have gotten a lot of cosigns and features that she got without Offset because people were doing it out of respect for Offset. So, putting that into consideration, I could see why Offset is not ashamed to want a part of the pie, a piece of the pie, because it does feel like it played a role in launching her in the hip hop community. And I feel like she also knew that she was with him because also at that time the Migos was popping. So they used each other at the end of the day. And I'm just interested to see how everything is going to play out. Do I feel sorry for any of those people? Absolutely not. I absolutely don't feel sorry for Offset that he got cheated on and, a baby became a result of that whatever affair. I don't feel bad for him because he has been dogging her also for the entire length of her marriage. You get it. No matter how much I dislike her personality and what she has done to other women, I just feel like to act like Offset is also a saint would just be absurd. So I feel like my baby daddy is a hero and Advocate BBL perfectly deserve each other. And they knew what they were doing, okay? Each one of them thought, they were having one up on the other one. Meanwhile, the other one was plotting. Meanwhile, and it's just drama. Let me insert what she had to say about her not wanting to get a divorce in fear of paying things towards, the baby daddy. But after that, I don't think that I'm going to be coming back. So, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time that I post. Until my next one, see you.
The only reason why I'm still married is because somebody wants me to pay for the taxes. The only y'all want to know the tea? The only way I could get out of my marriage if I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay for my own, and give them one of my properties. I'm fighting for that. I'm gonna fight for that. This is not no love shit. And like I said, I'm not gonna stop living my life because on a contract, I'm practically still married because somebody wanna hold me hostage if I don't give them millions of dollars to get out of it. So that's what I'm going through in life. However, I'm not gonna live my life. Y'all want me to remarry and stuff to have another baby and stuff like that? I'm doing things how what makes me happy.
You see men that